Another W. Y'all see. Another W. Super Set King, aka Mr. Get Your Tank Top Ready. I know you guys saw the introduction. I know y'all said another smooth day. You know, I went in and everybody's like, wow, look at that. Everything looks smooth. Nope. Man, let me tell you about the chaos dealing with these shoes right here. So first of all, let me say this. Y'all know I don't do raffles and stuff like that. I do first come, first serve. First strike, well, my shoe plug tell me he can't get me on this shoe. Cool. So, you know, I say, okay, I'm going to go over here and see the spot where y'all know I got the white cement threes from, Snipes. First come, first serve. So, I show up to the store probably 15 minutes that Friday before they close. Of course, 15 minutes, I got time. Everything locked up. Asked the lady, I said, hey, y'all doing first come, first serve. She walk off, ain't paying attention. Yeah, and kept it moving. Like, y'all know y'all getting real slick right now, y'all people working these stores right now. Y'all attitudes is real rough. Message. I don't remember these many attitudes, you know, about 20 years ago. So I don't know what all these attitudes come from shoe store people, but let's get off that to get to where we're going. So I wake up, okay. I say, okay, I don't know the exact time because, of course, she didn't give me enough time to ask the question. So I say, what I'm going to do, I'm going to wake up and I'll be there. I know usually shoes drop around 10. So I say, I'm going to make sure I'll be there at 9 o'clock. So I get to this mall. Of course, it's a dead mall I'm talking about. I get to this mall, 8:45. I sit in the car probably like 10, 15 minutes. Go inside, nobody's there. I mean, it's like tumbleweed. Nobody there. It's empty. The light not even on for the store. So I say about maybe 30, 40 minutes into it, a guy showed up, younger guy. We hit it off real well. He actually go subscribe to me. You know who you are. So we sit there, we discuss the shoes. Everything is like lovely. Other people come in. Everything is lovely. We all sitting there and, just everybody vibing. We talking about shoes, talking about the culture shoes right now. You know how reselling ain't like that. Some of these guys were resellers, but, they were cool. They was talking about they had to pick up other shoes and they knew the other spots not to go to. So, we were just chopping it up. And I knew something wasn't right because keep in mind, I was the first person in line. Young lady come in her early 20s, not think much of it. So instead of her sitting in the line with all the rest of us, she just sat like in front of the store, which I thought was odd. But me being me, I'm like, I ain't gonna say nothing, I'm just gonna chill. Cause usually I open up a conversation with people. I say, hey, what you going for, this, that, and the third. But I just sat back and I just chilled. So we all still vibing, waiting for the store to close. To open up. Finally, the third person who's supposed to be in the store showed up. They show up at the store a few minutes before 11. So, at this point, I don't even get up. Why? Because everybody established a line. At this point, I probably like 15, 20 plus people in the line, and everybody established who's going to be what, except for this one girl. This lady opens up the gate. She don't do any of the stuff that most people do. Most people come in and ask you your sizes and talk to you. At least the first 10 people for sure, right? She just opened the gate with a free-for-all. Get the flip-flop shit. Now, where they do that at? Like I knew that was it. This girl dashes out in front of me, and after I walk about 5 or 6 steps, I said, she's starting to speed up. I'm like, oh, hell no. So I walks up in front of her, and I tell people my shoe size. So I'm sitting there, and I was like, okay, let me get that 11.5. We don't have 11.5. I'm like, I'm the first in line. What do you mean you don't have 11.5? We don't have 11.5. So I know this game well. So I say, okay, let me get a 12. Oh, we don't have a 12. I say, well, let me get that 11. Okay, we'll give you 11. So we already know the fix is in. Now, keep in mind, while I'm hollering my shoe size, this girl who had been sitting outside, not in line with us. She hops up, let me get a 10.5. Man, it was so much chaos with people behind me. Like, man, what is she doing? She doing da 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 da. So I'm like, I'm getting even frustrated myself. I'm like, first of all, we got somebody who cut the line. Then I'm the first person in line. I've been sitting here for 2 hours. And then you come tell me you don't have my shoe styles on first in line. So I know already, y'all already got the fix in, that y'all got the shoes already spoke for. So be it. Okay, let me get the 11. My only thing about it is, if I would have sat in line for 2 hours and they would have told me they could even give me the 11, 11.5, or a 12, now I'm going to tell you something. Y'all can say whatever y'all want. We were going to have to talk that day. Somebody would have to tell me something. But it didn't go that way, so I took the 11. I left out. Y'all saw the video of me talking about my W and everything. But what y'all don't know, is that about 30 to 40 feet from me, it was all chaos. That girl caused a serious uproar in that place. I mean, old boy who behind me, he said this thing getting crazy. I've never seen nothing so crazy before, like recently. Of course, I saw this, years ago, but from a female and to turn around to see what I saw, I mean, she had that place in the uproar because people was just generally upset. Then another young lady who's in line with us, she was there early too. She says, one of the guys at the actual store tells her they gonna have the kid size. So she's waiting. I'm like, you don't have to wait. They gonna have a kid size grade school. This girl had waited, I know it probably, if I waited 2 hours, she waited a good hour for to get her son. I even still know the shoe size. It said 11C to get her son. And they say, well, we don't have that shoe size. So why y'all didn't tell her that? Like, this was done all the way wrong. Like, they had the total fix in right there with these shoes. And I don't mind letting y'all see my receipt to see where I got it from. No, I don't buy them yeah-yeahs. As y'all can see, y'all see that receipt, where that receipt come from. I'm never going back there again because that was just wrong. Don't get me wrong. I got the shoe. I wanted the shoe. I know everybody doing their reviews, and I'm gonna review this shoe and the 2009. And I can tell you now, mine is clean as a whistle. No glue stains, no anything. I'm gonna do the review later, but I just want you guys to know the chaos that went on because of this release, which was uncalled for because people say they were sent places, and this girl really went in there and tried to bum rush. And I don't know who her dude was, but he really sent her there to go get a 10.5 and running for everybody. But you know what? I got my W, but they don't have to ever worry about me in that store anymore. But always remember over here. Hold on. I forgot. Be on the lookout. Me, my boy Chris, collab coming. I'm going to try to have this collab for you guys on Wednesday. We're talking about our top 5 shoes. Later.